Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the part that I was really not looking forward to. And I mean that by no means as an exaggeration. I really did not want to have to do this, but it is an inevitable part of a character's progression, and gave you guys a little bit of a hint where I started on my character. And yes, it's this right here. For those who don't know, there are two bosses in the game that require a prequest, a really long prequest, and they are Lotus and Damien. These two are the ones that we need to clear to be able to get our Absolab pieces. And to be able to unlock those bosses, we have to go through these two, Black Heaven and Heroes of Maple. I believe for Damien, you have to do Heroes of Maple and you only need to do Act 4. But for Lotus, you have to do the entirety of Black Heaven. I don't know how long this is going to take me. The last time I remember doing this, it took me easily like over 5 hours. I'm going to go get started on this, and you guys will have about 6 hours of footage condensed into about 20 seconds. So I'll see you guys at the end of Black Heaven. So that was both the Black Heaven and the Heroes of Maple Chapter 4 that I needed to do for both of the boss prequests. Surprisingly didn't take as long as I remembered it being, maybe because this time I kind of knew what I was doing, so didn't feel so bad. And you can see here I have unlocked both Lotus and Damien, and both of them are able to be attempted. This is really good for us because now we can start working towards getting our real Absolab gear. And the way that it works is that both those bosses will give us the drops to get the coins, and the coins that you get from here we can trade them in the Absolab shop. We'll just have to have both the boss drops and also have the weekly items that we have to do. So I did this last week on a previous video, and I think we need 2 of these energy calls per item and 40 of these, so it's like 2 weeks worth of weeklies to be able to get one item. So the time gate is most likely going to be these weeklies, but there's also a chance you get unlucky on the boss and you don't get as many coins. But we worry about that once we start clearing the boss, which I think is going to be the main goal of today's video actually. I wasn't planning on actually being able to do Lotus so soon, but considering how the prequest didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it would, I think now is a good time to kind of work towards getting the damage and getting as much damage as we can to be able to do the bosses. The first thing that I did actually was work on my Legion. I have my Demon Avenger slowly working up. It's 186 now. I put it into the food house one more time, and I think you'll probably need 2 or 3 more days in there to be able to get to 200. Definitely was hoping for it to be already 200, but I guess that's a bit of a misplanning on my side. So it's just a matter of time until it hits level 200. Similarly, my Luminous is level 140 now, so I actually have a little bit more extra stat from my Luminous, which is kind of nice. From its Legion block, it's now a S-rank Legion block. Regarding the Luminous, there's one more thing I need to do before I kind of leave it for the time being. And it's that because it's above a level 141, I can actually take the Extreme Growth Potions from the event and use it on the character now. From the Identisk event, they give us 10 as of right now, so I'm just going to grab these 10 and I'm going to use them all onto my Luminous and see how far it gets me. Okay, that was a lot of levels, a lot better than I had hoped. I got a bit worried because I did get 1 level a few times, but I did hit a 9 and a 10. I hit 10 levels from 160 to 170, which is actually kind of crazy. And it actually matched my Demon Avenger with just the growth potion, so I'm kind of glad that the Demon Avenger was the one inside the Identisk room. Just to close things off with my Luminous, I'm going to put away all these familiar cards I got from training into the storage. That way I can try to roll for IED. I'm still looking for those IED lines on my main character, so this will be, I guess, just extra tries at those lines. Back on the main now, so I'm going to take out those familiars and we're going to open them up and see what we can get. There are 2 lines that I'm mostly looking for. One is of course IED, like I've been saying, but the other one I don't mind is any kind of drop. Any drop rate would be very nice. I think even just a little bit of drop rate just adds that extra bit of variance that we can get better drops, more of the cores, more Golix coins, stuff like that. So let's see what we can get from these familiars. Oh, yes, we got one. We got a increased item drop rate by a small amount. That's our first usable fam. Amazing. I'm actually quite happy with that. It just a little bit goes a long way, and I'm just glad that we have at least something. Oh my god, we actually hit an IED fam. Yes. Oh, it's been so many fams and we actually finally got one. Wow, that's perfect. No, we actually hit 2 in that session. Good thing that I kept the fams on my mules, and I trained in areas that actually, I guess, drop fams as well. Wow, that is great. I only have 1 fam slot open as well, so I guess I have 1 to train on, and I have 1 to boss on now. I'm so happy, actually. Oh, look at that. I actually have a usable fam. That 15 ID actually is going to be kind of useful. And the drop rate, well, you never know. Just like that little bit of extra drop rate might get you where you need. Amazing. I am so happy about that now. With the IED fam on, I actually hit 83% IED from 80%. That is a pretty big gain. And a lot of it comes from, as well, the event. The last time I think I showed my IED was like 70 something, but with the Identisk event on, I've been putting my points into IED. You can see how I got 4 out of 6 points. I don't think I'm going to go any further than this. I think the points requirement is quite significant. You need 50 points to go to the next tier, so I might spread it out. I've been putting it into boss damage and EXP acquired, but yeah, our IED is actually looking pretty healthy now. There's a few more sources of IED that we're looking for. The main one is actually from the Superior Golix set, which we're kind of working towards. Until then, our IED is kind of going to suffer. There's not really too much I can do other than just going for 8k Legion, which is really time consuming, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. Oh, that fam feels so good. I'm so happy that we hit that fam. The next thing I'm going to do to prep for Lotus and Damien is actually receive these EXP node stones. So the way that these work, when you're trying to enhance a node, this will count as 3 of the nodes. So usually you put this onto your skill nodes. A lot of people recommend putting on the will skill node that we have from level 235, but I haven't hit level 235 and I don't really think that for me it's going to be that important. I'm probably not going to use the will skill for anything more than mobbing. So I'm probably going to put all of these EXP node stones into my best 5th job skill, which I believe is the Aura Scythe. So as you can see, when I open up my V matrix, I have these concentrated experience nodes, and if I choose Aura Scythe, I should be able to enhance it with these, and you can see it levels up very, very quickly. And I think I'm just going to put everything into Aura Scythe, and I'm going to max it out as soon as possible, just because I think this is going to be my biggest gain right now. A huge jump from level 9 to level 21, and considering how the uptime of this thing is like pretty good, having high levels of this is probably going to be a pretty big gain. I do have a little bit more, so I can probably craft 1 more. Let's see if it levels up. Oh, almost. Maybe if I have enough node stones, I might be able to level up 1 more time. I had a few more node stones I got from probably my dailies. Oh, and we actually opened an Aura Site, so I don't even need to craft it. There we go. Level 22, almost maxed out. What a fantastic game for this character, honestly. With my boost nodes maxed out and this Aura Scythe getting pretty close to it, I think my character is actually quite strong now. And it's probably a good time to honestly try Lotus. I think I might actually be able to kill it given all of these things. Another thing I have to kind of consider is my bind. My bind is a 200-second cooldown, and my main burst is 180. So let me see if I can put it onto a level 5 slot and see if it lowers it enough. Oh, actually, it's only 4 seconds off. So the bind is almost in sync with my burst, and that's probably as good as I'm going to get it. I could level it 1 more time, but I feel like that might be a waste of nodes. So maybe I'll just accept it for now, and I'll level up 1 more time if I happen to open another Erda Nova, but honestly, the 4-second difference is probably not going to make a big difference. In terms of buffs, the main thing that I'm going to buy is this Legion luck. It seems a bit weird, but I think giving myself a better chance at getting more cores so that I have a chance at getting my Absolab items sooner, I think it will be a very fun gain. I don't know if this will make a significant difference between Holy Symbol and the coupon and my new drop familiar, but I think just giving myself a better chance at getting the cores will be just overall, just feels better. And I feel like if I give myself the best chances, I won't regret anything. In terms of buffs, I have, of course, the blue and green pot from Monster Park, but I also got this sparkling red potion. I think I got it from Akechi on the previous video. So we're going to get another 20% boss damage on top of these regular buffs that we have. And I also have these MVP superpowers. I'm probably not going to ever use them for anything else. So yeah, I think these are going to be just the main 4 buffs that we have. Yeah, I think it's time to go kill Lotus. It's kind of crazy. I didn't think that I'd progress this fast, but Maple has really sped up the early game for us, so we can kind of go through all these things really quickly. Of course, I kind of went out of my way to do more things, but it feels amazing being able to clear this early game content without too much hassle, and I'm actually so excited. Alright, I'm gonna go towards Lotus now, and I'll see you guys there, and hopefully we get the clear. Like, I think we actually might be able to do it, as crazy as it sounds. Ah, we actually did it. Wow, that was such a satisfying clear. Holy, just knowing that I did that from nothing to this, to normal Lotus. Oh my god, this feels so damn good. And the crazy part is, in P1, I realized I didn't actually have my links in, so I had to quickly switch them out at the end of the P1. But my god, what a clear. I am so satisfied. That I don't really have words for this. I'm so happy. And honestly, based off of the damage that we did, I genuinely believe I think I can also do Damien. Maybe not in the remainder of my buff, so I'm okay just chilling. I am trying to calm down right now. That feels so good. What a nice clear for us. Holy. And what a good way to celebrate. Hopefully we can get something from this this boss box, I suppose. Oh, and we even have our small drop rate familiar that we can put on as well, just to get that little bit more. How much drop rate are we on? 97. Let's go. 50 from the Legion, 30 from our familiar, 17 from Holy Symbol. You know, we can also get a box. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just gonna break this. Holy, I'm so glad. What a clear. Give us some cores. Give us 3 cores? 2 cores, I'll take it. Holy. Our first Lotus clear. And we get 2 cores from it, which means that I can get my first real Absolab gear now. That's... I have no words. I'm so happy right now. First Lotus clear of this account. And it's going to be our first real Absolab item as well. You know what? I'm just going to leave Damien for the second half of this video, I suppose. I want to get this Absolab gear. I want to replace some of this crap I have in my items right now. Holy. Alright, to get our first Absolab piece, what we're going to have to do is do these weeklies. I don't remember which ones I have to do, so I'm just going to accept all of them. And I don't know which ones are good or bad, so I'm just going to hope for the best. I think in my excitement, I managed to pick all the difficult weeklies for here. I didn't reroll any of the ones that were actually bad, and it took a lot longer than I expected, but doesn't matter. We're handing it in now, and we get another 8 of them, and we got 12 from the weeklies itself. And now we should have 40 something total. There we go, 42. We got 2 bonus from wherever it was, I don't know. But we can finally trade 2 of them in. 2 Absolab coins. Here we go. Coin shop. And I'm gonna go with my first real Absolab being the gloves. I'm gonna claim this now. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, look at the flame as well. The flame came in useful, 70 and 3. Like, it can't get any better than this. Holy. It just keeps getting better and better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly transfer this up, so then I have my Dragon Mage gloves go into one of these spare Ranmaru ones that I had just laying around, and I'm going to transfer the Abso glove to have it as epic potential. I am so excited. That's actually crazy. I can't believe we got this far, honestly. There we have it, our first Absolab piece. Not only is it a real Absolab piece that we can hold on to, it gives us our 2 set. So you can see on the right hand side, we get an extra 20 attack and 10% boss damage. That is huge. There we go, we got 12. Usually I don't push past 10 until it's like an event, but I think today was a fair reason to go for it. We will push this further in the stars on a star forcing event because it does get more expensive as we go along, but I think a 12-star glove is perfectly fine for what we're doing right now. And there we have it, 2 set Absolab with the fake one and the real one. I am in such a good mood. This video, this part has gone so well. I am so happy right now. I think we're just gonna ride the momentum here. I genuinely think that we're strong enough to do Damien, and with this little bit of boost, I think it's almost guaranteed. I mean, the glove itself doesn't probably make or break the run, but just based off of the fact that it took me about 15 minutes to kill Lotus, it usually doesn't take Damien more than double the time. Damien actually has less HP, it's just a matter of whether or not you can hit him. I think that we have a pretty fair shot at clearing Damien within the half an hour. There's only one way to find out. Let's go into the boss. But of course, before we do, let's grab a Legion Luck. If we can actually manage to get 2 drops from Damien, we can also buy the shoulder. And that would put us at 3 set, which would be amazing because the 3 set bonus is also huge at 30 stat, 20 attack, and 10 boss damage. Oh, I'm actually so excited. Anyway, let's go into Damien. Let's see how we go. And there we have it, we got our Damien clear as well. Oh my god. Today has been such an amazing day, and I'm kind of glad I didn't run them back to back, because this one did actually take me 19 minutes to run. So yeah, I can't do the both of them back to back just yet, but once we upgrade our gears, hopefully we get our third set from this as well. All this together, maybe we can do both of them in under 30 minutes. It will save us a little bit on the consumables. Especially these Legion ones. Ideally, I would like to get them both done inside one 30-minute coupon, so it's a bit cheaper for us. But as of right now, we can't really complain. Let's just double check again. We've got our beautiful 97% drop rate. Let's see what Damien gives us. I'm really hoping for at least 2 cores, so then we can get our third Absolab piece. Oh, beautiful. We even got 3 calls. That's the max that you can get from this boss. And we only technically need 2 because the other one would be the weapon. But I guess this helps us go towards our weapon after we get our third set. So the weapon costs 5 of these cores. We only need 2 of them for our armor piece. So it will take us another 2 weeks at least of Damien. But at least now we don't have to worry about the drop rate for Damien anymore, because the fake Absolab weapon is still very, very good, even though it doesn't have a legendary potential. So like before, it's time for us to do some more weeklies. I can go do the Dark World Tree weekly cleansing missions now, and once I finish this, I'll be able to get my third piece. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. This might take a while. And there we have it. We finished up our Dark World Tree weeklies, and now we can hand them all in, and now we should be able to exchange them for 2 more coins. These are different ones, but we still use them to buy Absolab gear. And then from this shop, we're gonna take the shoulder. And there we have it. Even just a plain shoulder beats out what we have at the moment. And we're gonna take this. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Now we have 3 set Absolab. What a big piece of progression for this account. This actually feels amazing. Because the best part about this is, even though we break the boss set, it's actually okay, because the set bonus that we lose is actually boss damage, not IED. So if we actually had to lose IED, it might be considerable not to wear the Absolab to do bosses. But knowing that we're losing boss damage, we're only losing 10 boss damage and some attack. We're getting back the 10 boss damage, but we're getting more stat in return. On top of that, the base stats of this shoulder is so much better as well. What I want to do is I want to get that shoulder to epic straight away, so I'm going to go to the Identis map, and I believe that they let us buy some 100% epic potential scrolls from the Sunlight shop. Oh, there we go, we get 5 of them, so I'll just grab 1, and we can put that on our shoulder. And then we can reveal the shoulder. Unfortunately, it wasn't 3-line, but that's okay. Now we can actually use these hard cubes on them. I didn't want to use it on my glove because my glove is already a usable stat, but considering this doesn't have anything, I'm okay just throwing some of these hard cubes on and see if we can get 7%, or if it tears up, even better. Wow, we even got a tear up, guys. This is amazing. Oh my god, everything is just going well for me today. What I'm going to do, because it isn't unique, it is a little bit more difficult to roll, because I have to use either solid cubes or red cubes, both of which are not exactly easy to come by. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some of the stamps so then I can reveal it at 3-line. I think at unique it's worthwhile, just because it has a pretty high likeliness of getting stuck at unique. It's much harder to tier up from unique to legendary than it is to epic to unique. So the chances of me seeing 2 lines of int is much higher. So I'm going to take the chance and just buy some of these stamps, even though they are kind of expensive. Hopefully we can get it to 3-line pretty easily. I'll just buy 1 at a time. Okay, lucky us, we got it on the first try. And it revealed at 7% int. But we're better than that. We can go for 10% with some of these remaining solid cubes. Let's see what we can get. Oh, there we go. We hit 14%, and this is perfectly fine. And just to round things up, we can Star Force this up also to 12. And there we go. We have our shoulder at 12 as well. 3 set Absolab. I can't believe this character made it this far so quickly. honestly, like, this has been a great progression so far. I am so happy. These Absolab pieces are actually so huge because when it comes to the Shining Star Force, we can actually put these all the way to 17 star, and they're going to be pretty much our best in slot in a sense for quite a while until we get Arcane Gear, which is, I don't know how long that's going to take me, I'll be honest. Like, Arcane Gear is so far away from here, but having just 17 star and eventually 2-line Absolab Legendary, like, this character is going to get decently strong, and we're going to be able to get to do some more of the bosses that will drop us some amazing stuff later down the track as well. Let's not forget we can also sell those juicy boss crystals. Another 330 mil that we can make every week. Wow, we are just about to break 3 bill, and once the weekly bosses tick over, we're definitely going to be in a very, very healthy spot going into the Shining Star Force event. The Shining Star Force is in 2 Sundays time from when I'm recording this. I'm only going to be able to get one more piece of Absolab gear at best. So what's going to actually happen is I'm going to have to Star Force a fodder up to 16 star or 17 star, and I'm going to hold it there. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, this character has done so much. I'm so happy right now. I'm going to go lie down. It's kind of late, and I'm just going to take it easy for the rest of the night. I'll see you guys in the morning. And we are back. Good morning, everyone. First thing we're going to do, now that we've done everything we have to regarding Lotus and Damien, including the clears, we can finally roll our inner ability. It is a sunny Sunday right now with 50% off of our inner ability rolls. And our inner ability does not really exist at the moment, I'll be honest. I was excited about this Meso line, but I haven't really been training, and I don't think I will until I hit like above 250. So I think we're fine to just roll it. I don't really know what I'm looking for, so I'm just going to roll until I see something that I like. I do know that crit rate on the unique line is pretty good, but I think I'm pretty happy going for something like unique boss damage is pretty tempting. I was gonna say boss damage on the top line, but boss on the unique line is kind of rare, and it's not bad at all. But it looks like ideally we want crit rate or magic attack or abnormal status on the unique line. It's kind of hard to say. 5% boss damage doesn't really do too much, but if I want to get Meso or item drop, I think for now I might actually keep it. Seems a bit greedy, but kind of want Meso on the top line, which would make boss damage better on the second line. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it actually. Seems kind of crazy to keep, but it's whatever. Wow, I hit attack speed +1. Thankfully I don't need that line. Ooh, we hit 18% item drop. Very tempting, very, very tempting actually, because we are kind of reliant on getting some items early on. We need Dom Pendants, we need the calls from the bosses. Oh, this is insane. I think I might actually keep it as well. Because of how early game I am, the inner ability doesn't really mean too much. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm actually gonna keep this item drop. What a weird IA. I have never tried to do something like this with my IA before. But hitting these random lines, it just feels kind of okay. Like, I'm not too fussed like being too min-maxing about it, but having usable lines like this is kind of nutty. I'm probably not going to hit anything with the remainder of my IAA, but let's just see what we get. And we end up on 5% abnormal. You know what? This is absolutely fine. I'd see this as a win. I'm probably not going to get very much out of like the remainder 200k, and I'm okay just saving my honor. Like 3 usable lines like this, it's just more than enough. That is quite nice. And what we can do as well is inside the shop and inside this event, we are given a lot of sunlight coins. And I believe inside the shop we can buy black circulators, which will allow us to reroll our inner ability, but only change the numbers, which means that we can get something better than the 5% boss damage and also more item drop. Ideally, we will go for 20% item drop and I think 10% boss damage. That'd be ideal. Of course, not guaranteed, but let's give it a go. Why not? I'm still kind of surprised that I hit that boss damage. That is not an easy line to hit. Okay, it looks like 9% boss. I lose a little bit, but overall it's a gain. And we'll try one more. I think that's all I can afford right now. And we gain 1% item drop, but we lose a lot of boss damage. So I'm going to keep the boss damage for now. Oh, there we go. That is a pretty clean IA if I do say so myself. 18% item drop rate, 9% boss damage, and 4% abnormal. I see that as a complete win. Holy heck. Just free damage and free item drop. There you go. Well, I think that's a pretty good IA. I'm very happy with this. So I just went off and finished some Monster Park, and we just leveled up to 236, so it is time for our Sphera prequest, but I think I'm gonna leave that for another day. This video is looking to be quite long already. Definitely longer than I had expected, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I just wanted to do one last item update before I close out the video. First things first, I did accidentally tear up this hat. I had some spare solid cubes, and I just threw it onto the hat to try to get 6% in, and it teared up to unique. I don't really want to roll it at the moment, so I'm just leaving it at 6% unique. The one thing I wanted to show before I close was I kind of want to roll this ring for some item drop, so then when we do some of our daily bosses, we'll be able to get a higher chance of some of the equips, like the Dominator Pendant and things from Golix. I have a few of these solid cubes left, so I'm going to give that a go. And I don't mind losing the 21% because we have these two pieces that are kind of compensating for it, so overall I think hopefully I didn't lose too much. And they are just event rings at the end of the day, so I don't feel like I'm losing too much. Alright, we didn't hit it, but I don't mind spending a little bit of money on the cubes to see if we can try to get it to a one-line drop. Oh, there we go. Thankfully very cheap, and we even got it with a little bit of int, so not too bad at all. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching. Today has been an insane day. We did so much in regards to the account, and I can't wait to just keep going. Like, just knowing that we've done Lotus and Damien just opens up the rest of the game. I was really scared of getting stuck here because it is a big wall compared to the jump between nothing to CRA. CRA to Lotus I am always kind of wary of because it can take quite long. Thankfully we cleared it without too much hassle. Thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series, and as always, take care and have a nice day.